What up, nerds? My name is Leslie Smith. Welcome to The Nerdy Narrative, a channel where I talk about all of my adventures in reading. Today I'm going to review Let Him In, the debut novel written by William Friend and published by Poison Pen Press, available on October 3rd. The publisher, in my opinion, nailed it for releasing this one in October because I know a lot of readers are looking for a spooky read for this time of year, but I know there are a lot of you out there like me who read psychological thrillers and horror all year round, but this one just checks all of the boxes. We have a set of twins. I love stories that have twins as main characters because to me, that's already just creepy. We have a gothic setting, a possible haunted house. You just don't know as a reader when you're reading it. Is the house haunted by something, or is the house itself doing the haunting? Is it even haunted? That's just one of the areas that the psychological aspect comes into play. I just love it. It's creepy, suspenseful. It's a mystery. It has religious aspects where you could sort of see maybe it's a cult. It's just one of those books that allows the reader's imagination to just run wild and have fun, which I did. I gave this one 4 stars and will absolutely read more by William Friend. Before we go any further, let me tell you briefly what this one is about. Where this story begins is 9 to 10 months after the death of Pippa, who is the mother of twins, Sylvie and Cassia. The girls are being raised by their father, Alfie. From someone who has not experienced the loss of a parent as a child, I cannot speak to the accuracy of the grief and emotion portrayed by this small family, but it felt to me that the author really tapped into what these children would be feeling, how they would be processing and dealing with this grief, and how the father is dealing with it. He loved his wife. And what I loved about just how the author talked about this couple's relationship is how they met, how they were attracted to each other, how they were physically attracted to each other. One loved the other more first, but the other really fell hook, line, and sinker later. How that relationship evolved. I just absolutely loved that, and it made me more invested in the depth of grief and loss the father, Alfie, felt. So we're 9 to 10 months into the loss of the mother. The twins come into Alfie's room late one night and say, "Daddy, there's a man in our room." You can imagine how this man felt. That adrenaline kicks in, jumps up, he searches the house, finds nothing. Once the fear and adrenaline runs its course and he calms down, he thinks they had a nightmare. So he has them crawl into bed with him, and this becomes a routine. And then it stops as suddenly as it began, and now the girls are telling him they have an imaginary friend. As with the nightmares, Alfie is thinking this imaginary friend has been created by the girls to fill that gap that's left by the loss of their mother. Except they start taking this imaginary friend to extremes. They're setting a place for him at the table. And typically when a child has an imaginary friend, they're the same age. They're a child too. And in this case, Black Mamba, as the girls have named him, it's a man. And Alfie's just not comfortable with it. He honestly isn't sure if he's just jealous that they're coping better than he is because they seem very happy now that they have this friend, or if there's something more there. I mean, this book has so many interesting aspects to enjoy. I haven't even touched on the house they live in. The house has its own history, by the way, and it's not a good one. So the whole time I'm reading this book, I don't know what's going on. I was flying through this book because I just wanted to know some of the answers to all these mysteries. William Friend wrote this in a style that matched with the pacing of the book. It was easy to read and follow and read at the pace of the story. It was a very strong, enjoyable 4-star read for me. It is out on October 3rd, so by the time this video goes up, it is available for you to grab a copy for yourself. It is a quick read. It's around 240 pages. There is an audiobook that is available, narrated by Jody Harris. I want to say it's about 8 hours long, so this is one you can definitely binge in a day. That's where I'm going to leave it with y'all. You'll have to let me know if you pick this one up. All of my contact information is in the description box down below if you want to chat about it. I would love to hear your thought process on what's happening, what you think is happening, any type of predictions, so I can see if you felt the same as me at the different stages of the story. So I'm going to end this one here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.